Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something really special, a profound spiritual poem that's said to be a direct message from a divine being, channeled on one of China's most sacred mountains. It's a message about suffering, about purpose, and about one of the most radical promises you'll ever hear. Okay, so picture this. The date is November 3rd, 2010. A pilgrim from Taiwan has made the journey to Mount Jiuhua, and this is a place with some serious spiritual energy. It's believed to be the earthly home of a bodhisattva famous for just unbelievable compassion. And they're there for one reason, to find some real insight. And boy, did they get one. What we're going to do is break down the direct transcription of that message. It's a short poem, but wow, it packs a punch. And it starts in a place you might not expect. And it ends with a challenge, really, for all of us. So let's get into it. So the message is titled Sheng Shan Xiang de Qi Shi, which means revelation on the secret mountain. Now, you might expect it to begin with, some feeling of divine bliss or pure joy, but nope. It starts with a pretty stark and honest look at the world, as seen from that sacred spot. I mean, just think about that for a second. You make this incredible journey, you're expecting to find peace, to connect with this being of compassion, and the very first thing that comes through is just this raw acknowledgement of all the pain and struggle in the world. It doesn't sugarcoat anything. It looks right at suffering, square in the face. This next part is called Ku Hai Wei Xin Zhao, and that translates to the sea of suffering is mind-made. So, okay, if suffering is our starting point, the next big question is, where does it come from? And right away, the message turns the spotlight away from the outside world and points it directly inside ourselves. Wow, I mean, that is a huge statement. It's not blaming your job, or politics, or bad luck. The text is saying that this huge, endless ocean of our problems, it's actually manufactured by our own consciousness. It's an inside job. So you might be wondering, how does that even work? Well, to explain the mechanics of it, the message brings up a core concept in Buddhism, the Five Skandhas. You can think of these as the basic ingredients that make up our sense of me. Our physical body, our feelings, the way we see things, our thought patterns, and just our basic awareness. And here's the crucial part. The problem isn't the ingredients themselves. It's that we get so attached to them. We think, this is my body, these are my feelings, that's my opinion, and it's from that clinging, that possessiveness, that all the greed and fear and anger bubbles up. Our mind literally becomes a suffering factory, just churning out the very things that keep us trapped. All right, so after laying all that out, the source of our suffering, the message kind of shifts gears. It turns its attention to the very people who came to the mountain seeking answers. This part is called Yi Vang Da Tru Xin, or the forgotten purpose, and it's a bit of a gentle but pretty firm reality check. The point it's making here is just brilliant. It's saying, hey, a lot of you are just here because it's a famous tourist spot. You're here for the reputation. People were, going through the motions of a pilgrimage, but they'd completely forgotten the why, the real heart behind Ksitigarbha's own compassionate journey. And that brings us right to the heart of the message. This section is called 地藏的大愿, which means Ksitigarbha's great vow. This is the core spirit, the big idea that those pilgrims were overlooking. This is the whole shebang. So the poem makes this incredible point that true enlightenment, it isn't just about you achieving some personal state of bliss. No way. It's completely 100% tied up with the liberation of every other being. The ultimate purpose isn't just to save yourself. And there it is. That's the great vow of Ksitigarbha. It's one of the most profound, most selfless declarations in all of Mahayana Buddhism. Just let that sink in for a moment. It's a promise to stay in the trenches, to stay in the cycle of suffering, until every single being, down to the very last one, the deepest hell, has been set free. This just completely reframes the entire spiritual path, doesn't it? It's not some personal race to the finish line. As you can see here, it's a promise of ultimate compassion. It's about intentionally putting your own final graduation on hold. It's this radical, almost unthinkable commitment to everyone else first. The idea is, how can you be truly free if anyone else is still trapped? And right here is where the message takes a really crucial turn. This part is called 给你的邀请, an invitation for you. See, it doesn't just end as a cool story or a piece of ancient history. It pivots and becomes a direct, personal invitation to every single person who hears it. This one line, it transforms the whole text. It's not just a description of Ksitigarbha's amazing vow anymore.
It's a call to action. It's an encouragement for us, for you and me, to try and adopt that same kind of boundless, compassionate goal in our own lives.
And the message closes with this beautiful promise. It basically says that if you make this selfless vow, if you decide to dedicate your life to the well-being of others, you are not going to be alone. The very spirit of Ksitigarbha will be there as your guide, supporting you on that path. And that's the final thought it leaves us with. It takes this huge, ancient, cosmic vow and brings it right down to earth, right into our lives, right now. It's not asking if you can single-handedly empty all the hells. It's asking a much more personal question. What is the great, selfless promise that you could make for the good of the people and the world around you? Now, that is a powerful question to carry with you.